Hi, my loves. Welcome back to the Starscartel channel. If you don't know, I am Star. The message I heard is we're going to come to an agreement. The scripture comes from Psalm 149. Praise the Lord. Sing to the Lord a new song, his praise in the assembly of his faithful people. Let Israel rejoice in their maker. Let the people of Zion be glad in their king. Let them praise his name with dancing and make music to him with timbrel and harp. For the Lord takes delight in his people. He crowns the humble with victory. Let his faithful people rejoice in this honor and sing for joy on their beds. So here's what God is saying. And this time for whoever this is for, you have been feeling like God has been combating with you. I just feel like there's something that you're trying to do. There's something you're trying to achieve. And you are feeling as though God is fighting with you. Like y'all playing tug of war. And it's like every time you get close, you get pushed back. And every time you get close, you get pushed back. God is saying that you are going to come into agreement with him. And there's a reason why. Okay, so it could be a situation where you are trying to get a job, but you're trying to get a job at the wrong place. Maybe you're trying to go into the wrong field. Maybe it's a situation where you are asking for the wrong amount. And that could be a thing. It could be a situation where you're asking for much less than what you deserve, and it could be a situation where you're asking for much more than a company can afford. And that's just it could also be a situation where you are trying to get a car, and maybe you are thinking that you have to have a specific type of car, or maybe you want a specific model, and God is saying no. And for whatever reason God is saying no, he is saying no. And it is going to be at the moment when you finally say, okay, fine, that you are going to receive this thing. And, you know, in some cases of y'all, you know what I'm saying? It may be a situation where you are literally going to get exactly what you wanted, but it's like, it's going to come to you, not because it's time. You know what I'm saying? And it's going to come to you at a moment when you're not idolizing it anymore. Like, God does not want us idolizing anything, you know. And I do believe in time we receive everything that our heart desires, especially if we work towards it and we work for it. But sometimes it's not as important to have something at a certain moment, you know. And it's just like you have to look at things with perspective, because in my perspective, I can understand if you're the kind of person where you don't go very many places and you kind of chill all the time, you kind of don't do very much. 9 out of 10, God is going to send you the car that you want. And he just doesn't want you to idolize it. And the reason I say that is because you wouldn't very much really have a reason to have multiple cars. But if you somebody where you have to commute to work all the time and you are always traveling, or you're always doing this and you're always doing that, you might be the kind of person where you may need multiple cars. If you stay in a far off area. Like, I remember when I was living in the desert, one interesting thing that I thought about, you know what I'm saying, that I didn't think about before I made my plans to go out there, is if you are living in an area like that, a secluded area in the middle of nowhere, where there ain't no Uber, okay, ain't no taxis, ain't no Uber, ain't no Lyft, ain't none of that. You better know your neighbors real well, because if your car break down, you in trouble. And that's just being real. And I saw that happen. I saw it happen when I was working at the gas station. There was this young couple that randomly stopped at the gas station, and their car had broke down a few, like I would say about a mile or so away from the gas station, and they were literally stuck there for a few days. And it was a tough situation. And you know, like, what can you do? You know what I'm saying? The only thing we could do is, you know, try to tell them, well, okay, we know these tow truck drivers, you know what I'm saying, to help you out. But in reality, You know what I'm saying? There's certain situations where a second vehicle is necessary, okay? And you know, on top of that, it may even be necessary not only for you to have a second vehicle, but also for you to make sure that both of your vehicles are together. You have to make sure your vehicle don't have little problems. You know what I'm saying? I'm being reminded of when I was younger, I would hear a clicking sound, and I would hear a squeaking sound, and I would squeak until the wheels fell off, baby. I did not care. I laugh about all the time. In my early 20s, baby, when I say I will ride to the club with a donut on the car and not even second thinking, and got money to get the tire replaced. But we'll still ride that we'll ride the donut till the wheels fall off. Baby, gots to do better, okay? Gots to do better, gots to do better, gots to do better. But anywho, with age, I realize that is not smart, okay? That is not smart. That is not smart. That is not smart. That is not smart at all. And God he just give me just grace and mercy that I never have had a situation where I'm flying down the freeway with a donut on and have some kind of complications and some kind of problems. You know what I'm saying? At any given time that anything has happened, because I am being reminded of a time that a tire blew out on the freeway. And I had to swerve all the way. Like I was like in the center of the freeway. I had to get all the way over. And by the grace of God, no cars was coming. And this is a busy freeway. As soon as I got the car over to the side, it was so much traffic that started flowing. And I was like, whoa, okay. But, you know, that's just how God works. You know, God's grace and his mercy. But even with knowing that God is graceful and God gives us mercy, like, you know, with, as you grow, you have to learn certain things. And I just feel like for whoever this is for, it may not have been a time yet, because there's certain things you need to realize and there's certain things you need to understand. You know what I'm saying? Just like, you know, one thing that I understand is I look back on the cars that I done had, and baby, getting an oil change on that Cadillac was not cheap. What people don't understand. What people don't understand. What people don't understand. That Cadillac was, oh my goodness. And that's the kind of car, it pop a nail and it's a problem. Okay. You about to come out some money. Some real money. Okay. And I just realized, you know, just like I said, I had my Cadillac. I love my Cadillac. Would I get another one? I don't know about that. And that rhyme, but that's the realest thing. Like, I don't know about that. It would, like, I would have to be a very confident money-wise. And it would have to be a situation where that's my play car, not my, I'm driving an everyday car. Because, like I said, getting an oil change, expensive. Just getting an oil change is expensive. And this is something you have to do every so often. And that's something else that I used to slip on when I was younger. But I realize now getting an oil change is very important on your car. Because if you're not doing that, you causing things to break. Anywho, like, you know what I'm saying? That's something that, like, I don't know about that. You know what I'm saying? And it's not to say that I just want any old car, because there's certain cars that I don't like. I can't stunt. There are certain cars that I despise the body and the make of certain cars. And I'm not finna list them because I'm not trying to get on nobody. And, you know, it's not a situation where I'm trying to judge anybody else for liking that kind of car or for having that kind of car. But me personally, I don't like it. And, you know, I just feel like that's a situation. Like, I just feel like God is saying for somebody, it could be that you're just picky. You know what I'm saying? You're a picky person. And every time something is presented to you, you're like, nah, I'm not going to get that. You know what I'm saying? And no, I'm good on that. And that's just, you know, it is what it is. But it could also be a situation where, you know, God is trying to get you to a place to where you're ready, okay? And you have the mindset that you need to have the car that you want. Because, you know, Let's be real. You know, it could be a situation where it's like, you know, you want a house and you thinking about having a big old mansion, but you don't need a big old mansion. You know what I'm saying? And it could be like, it could be a situation where you are thinking of having something that is smaller, like maybe you thinking about getting just an apartment, and God is like, no, he wants you to have a house. You know, like I just feel like whatever it is, this is a situation where you and God are not coming to an agreement. But God is saying that y'all about to come to an agreement. And once y'all come to this agreement, he's going to release this blessing to you. And that's the message. Okay. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. And I'm also add for some of you, it is going to be on that exact day. That exact day, God is going to release the blessing to you when y'all come to an agreement. And for some of y'all, it's going to be a little while after, okay? We can't just expect that you finally, you know what I'm saying? And then God is just going to be like, you know what I'm saying? So be patient, okay? Be patient, but also be vigilant, and also, you know, don't lean on your own understanding, but lean on God's understanding and understand God does everything for a reason. And that's the message. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Deuces.